How you doing, man?
Good. How's Bora Bora?
It's excellent. We just got back from an excursion. We went out and snorkeled a little bit and just chilled in the shallow water. It was pretty sweet.
There you go. What time is it there? It's like three, two.
It's 3 p.m. right now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we got Matt's one of my buddies, and then obviously Alexandre Karsten.
Oh, sweet. We got Josh Knutson on here, one of my teammates from NDSU. That's sick.
Sweet.
He's Josh is going to Oregon right now, I guess. It's pretty sweet.
There. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm doing awesome. I just got back from the beach. Do I look like it?
Yeah.
You know what? Bora Bora doesn't suck. It's not getting old over here. We have a special guest getting on today, Steve Merritt. Did you tell him a little bit about Steve?
Yeah, Steve Merritt. I told him what he makes weekly in this business, so that's kind of
Well,
appealing,
it's really
you
cool
know.
that he's a world champion barefoot water skier. Maybe Beau told you that. #1 in the world for barefoot water skiing. And then, of course, champions race champion. So his daughter, Rami Merritt, I don't know, it's either 8 or 10-time world wakeboarding champion. World. I mean, she literally won the world wakeboarding. In fact, one time, Beau and I and Scott and the boys, we were down in their home in Florida, and we just went out for an afternoon of boating. And her name is Rami Merritt. You can Google her. She literally is throwing like triple backflips on the board, like on the lake. And we're just like, holy crap. Anyway, so she's like, I think either an 8 or 10-time world champ in wakeboarding. So, but
Yeah,
Steve is
just
crushing this business.
casual
Casual.
double backflips on the wakeboard. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. So, yeah, I always say champions raise champions, and it's good to learn from the very best. So Steve will be joining us a little bit today, probably from the beach, because I was just down there and left those guys and came to the room so I could have the Zoom. But we've got some new guests on
Should I
today.
tell him to jump on now? Should I tell him to jump on now, or should we hold off?
Sure, he can. He just finished up eating. I was
All
sitting
right,
with
sounds
him.
good.
Yeah, and so for those of you that are brand new, is anyone brand new on here tonight? Grayson, you got any
Josh
brand
is
new
brand
kids?
new. He's just learned a little bit about the business. Yeah, I ran with Josh in DC, so he's just want to take a look at it.
Super cool. Yeah, so we'll cover a little bit about the health benefits, and obviously the financial benefit is just huge. And we want you guys with us is the biggest thing I can say. And there's a lot of trips coming up. We've already got about 20 people from our team that have won the free trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. You've got 11 more weeks to win it. So plenty of time to win it, but it's go time like right now. If you want to win the free all-inclusive trip paid to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, that trip's going to be November 6th through the 11th or something like that, 5th through the 12th. Anyway, you can get the exact dates. Make sure you got your passport up to date and take off of work, right? And so we're going to handle a little bit about the health benefits of this and also the financial benefits until Steve gets on. And Steve's probably going to talk mostly money because the guy is amazing and makes a ton of money. And I always say with network marketing, the more money you make, it just tells me one thing: you're helping more people, right? So for me, I'm a big believer that if we help more people, we're going to make more money. If you're helping 2 people, you're not making as much money as somebody who's helping 20,000 people, right? So it's just kind of common sense. And so when you do the math and you understand what this guy is earning a week, it tells you the number of people that they're helping to impact globally. So we're really proud to be part of their team, and honest to God, more than that, be their friends, because they were the kind of the first people in our lives that taught us about homeschooling, and that homeschool is cool. And so we decided to homeschool Beau for a little bit. He was homeschooled, and then also Rocco and Truett are homeschooled. And so we figured out, wow, you can raise world champions if you're homeschooling. So we're like, we're in. So we'll talk more about that. Beau, do you want to kick it off and just talk a little bit about how you got started for Josh, anybody new who joins or watches this, because we are recording it?
Yeah, I think most of the guys know how I got started. Josh doesn't really know. I got started going into my senior year of college. I wanted to have better performance on the track, recover quicker in between, training sessions, that muscle recovery, sleep better at night, more mental clarity. And so when I found out about this LifeWave product and how it harnesses your own light and heat emitted from your body, I like that because it was like more of a natural, holistic solution to like training and recovery rather than like, taking ibuprofen which is really detrimental to your kidneys, and steroid patches that PTs and athletic trainers use on their Division I athletes. So I tried out the patches, and within 2 weeks I started noticing amazing health benefits. I was sleeping better, recovering quicker. Obviously noticed it on the track. I was running, faster times than I had 4 years prior. So it was an amazing ending to my season. And then from a financial standpoint, I didn't want to start working a 9 to 5 out of college. I wanted to help other people make a lot of money and be financially independent, not have to work for somebody else, make somebody else rich. Want to set your own hours, write your own schedule, work from anywhere you want in the world. So I love that about this business most, working it with like
Tonight we have a meeting.
All right, Steve's on here. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, there's
What's up,
Steve. Okay,
Steve?
well, let's just let Steve take over for a second before we
Yeah.
start. So if you're on here for the health, don't worry, we'll get to more of the health aspect of it, because I know a lot of you guys are athletes, and I think it's going to be highly advantageous for your to up your game with your athleticism. Steve Merritt is a friend of ours, been a friend for probably since Beau was about 6. So for about 18 years, we've been friends with Steve and Gina. Like I said, world champion barefoot water skier, his daughter, Rami. Hey, Steve, how many times was she a world champion? 8 times, 10 times? I can't remember.
She's a 10-time World Cup champion and 2-time world champion wakeboarder.
Okay,
If
got it.
anyone that Googles her can see her. But the key is that, hey, all you athletes, it's great that you're on here today. Obviously, Beau is athletic. Renita this is her industry, fitness, wellness. She knows her stuff. And myself being an athlete my entire life, mine was more like after I was a world champion, I had to have 14 surgeries, and I was living in extreme discomfort within 1 week of putting the X39 on. And they'll explain, you just wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It's amazing because nothing goes in your body, nothing goes in your bloodstream. You're all young, but you don't want to be taking ibuprofen. My team doctor had me on naproxen. That's high doses of ibuprofen the whole time I was on the U.S. ski team. So I'm sure it doesn't matter who you are and what sport you're in, you live in pain. So you definitely want to be using this. That nothing goes in your body whatsoever. And it's genius. Think about this. Who would ever think about the light from your body mirrors off this patch? So all of us portray light, what we as in vision goggles, that light mirrors off this patch, which is made up of sugar and salts from organic plants. And that mirrors back to your body, elevates your copper peptide. Go to our website. This is at info, and you'll see a section from PubMed about copper peptide, and you'll see how powerful copper peptide is, and that reactivates your own stem cells. And as you age, your stem cells become dormant. Even young kids, even my grandkids, have results because it reboots whatever is going on. So whatever is going on, it'll reboot you, and you'll have incredible success with your health. So that's just that. Now, real quick, I'm a person that loves helping people. I love challenges. I love competitiveness. And that's how Beau is. That's how Renita is. That's how many of you are. And you can, and think about this. My lifestyle, my whole life, I just want to get this to you because if you're as young as you are, okay, was a pro athlete for 25 years. I kissed my wife for 25 years and said, I'm going to work. And I went skiing every day and traveled the world with my family. So I made that kind of money. So people dreamt of that kind of lifestyle. But once you're done,
that is a good question.
Whatever you do, whether you're college ball, whatever you do, after you're done competing, you got to go get a job. And it's not the same as when you're a pro athlete. It's like prison. I'm just telling you. Can you still hear me, Renita?
Perfectly.
Hello?
I can hear you. Perfect.
Beau, can you hear me? Okay,
we got you.
So, and again, I'm not picking on whatever career you pick, but if you're stuck in walls, I don't care if you're an insurance agent or if you're a professional like a doctor or dentist, you're stuck in a wall basically 5 days a week, no matter what, till your rest of your life. Wouldn't you like to be free every day of your life? It's up to you. I don't know. But that's what happened to me when I found out about this industry. Now, again, I worked a job after I couldn't compete anymore. I was saying, man, I want to get out of here one day. And it doesn't take long. And the way this works is totally different than you'll ever be taught in school. In school, a professor teaches you. Think about this. I think I'm making sense to you. A professor teaches you how to become a professional in some career or have a job only. So basically, at the end of the day, when you're done and you are graduated, you've qualified to, as long as you show up, you get paid. That is not how this works. Now, because it's different than anyone's taught, you get a little bit of backlash because everyone's kind of a lot of times they're only questioning you to see if you are serious about what you're doing. So be careful when someone says, oh, that'll never work, or a lot of times you have peers in your own comfort zone sitting in your own couches or whatever, and they're challenging, or they don't want to get off the couch, do something different. So they're like wondering, they're hoping you don't do it because you're going to make them look bad, because there's way more money here. This is way past CEO money. There's no stress. We're here. Look at that background. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. This is what I've been doing almost my entire life. After I was a ski bum for 25 years, I've been a big bum. All right. Goofing around because I figured this out. I love helping young people because I figured it out in my late 20s, late 20s, early 30s. My wife and I heard about this, and I can help mentor you and win and help you win and succeed. And I love doing it for young people. Today is just a matter of giving you the big picture, because we're not like, I need to know which one's serious. I'm just giving you the big picture to see what can happen for you. But the reason why this works different is this. Everyone gets set up in like their own franchise type opportunity. So they can do whatever they want, and they're fighting for their own dreams. So all we're doing different, though, is we're not promoting burgers and fries. We're not promoting signs like a sign franchise. We're not promoting sub sandwiches. We're not promoting chicken sandwiches. We're promoting X39 patches. And everyone's in their own business. And as they see what's going on, and the only people that qualify are people that have stem cells, people that want to have better health. And remember this, I don't know how old you are, but as you age, your stem cells become dormant. It doesn't take long to be 30. And at 30, half your stem cells are active. When you're 60, you're lucky of 10%. So every one of your uncles, your aunts, your parents, they got to see this, because their stem cells in their brain that make up every organ in your body, stem cells are going dormant, and their heart, their liver, and their lungs. Now, Renita and Beau can help you on the testimonies that happen, but I will tell you, they'll bring you to tears. I'm just giving you top level today. But because nobody knows their stem cells, let me ask you, you're young, but have you ever gone to the doctor? Has any doctor said, do you know, John, your stem cells are going dormant? Nobody told me in 60 years. I was 59 when I signed up. I take that back, 59 years. I realized only once I heard about the X39 that my stem cells are going dormant, and I figured at 59 I had 2 active stem cells left. One waving bye-bye to the other. Now, you don't want to get to me 59 because it takes a lot longer for me to get them active. You already got active ones. Do it now. $99 a month. Hey, any of you that have been athletes, $99. You can't go to GNC and spend 99 bucks if you're serious about your sport, or go to a physical therapist or anything that you need. $99 is the cheapest thing you'll ever spend.
Hey, by the way, Steve, David Schmidt got literally asked by GNC to sell the patches at GNC, and he realized that was not the distribution model he was looking for, because who's going to know what's in the envelope for the $100 sleeve of patches? No one would know. They wouldn't know what's in there, right? So he was actually met with GNC, and he said, you know what, this is not it.
Yeah, the hard part on the business concept, Alex, Grayson, whoever else is on here, Josh, Andre, is you don't get taught this in school. So you'll get a lot of backlash. I bet. I'm just warning you, because it's not taught. Everyone says, go get a job. But I mean, look at your parents, look at anyone you know, and whatever career you're picking. Let's just say you want to be a chiropractor. Okay. At 30 years old, you're a chiropractor. You know where you're going to be in 30 years. A 60-year-old chiropractor is still cracking backs, and he's got no freedom. And every dollar he makes is how many backs he cracks. Think about that. That's a long time. You're too young. Life is a lot shorter than you think, and you want to have freedom. And it's no different if you're a realtor or if you're a flight attendant or whatever you pick. You can look at someone that's been doing what you're doing 30 years, and that's going to be you. Look at my Facebook page. You'll see I live the life of goofing around all the time, and I can't stop the money coming in. Here's why it works. Because everyone's in their own franchise. I helped I hit the highest rank, and I helped someone like Beau, Renita, about 50 of our friends hit the highest rank, and underneath it, we have 185,000 people that are patching people, and we can't stop them. Like, I try to stop them, but they keep patching, and the money keeps coming in, and I can't stop it. Stop! It won't come in. It won't stop coming in. That is very crazy. I mean, think about this. As long as you show up for whatever career you do, even if you're pro, you get paid. But if you don't show up, you don't get paid. That's what I want for you. And I'm passionate about it. But you got to have a product that's patented. It's got to be exclusive. It's got to be like nobody else has, and it must work. And this product works. The last reason why this is a good setup for Renita and Beau is now, I hope you got an idea that the cash keeps coming in your bank and you can't stop it. So much that you feel guilty that much money's coming in. For me, over 85,000 a week in 20 months. Come on, another year from now, it's going to be 160,000 a week. I mean, I don't know how much a chiropractor makes, but it ain't 160,000 a week. Whatever you pick in your career.
That'd be a lot of backs. That would be a lot of backs to crack.
So I don't really know your career. I don't mean to pick on a chiropractor, but it could be a real estate. I mean, think about it. If you're going to go into real estate, a lot of people when you're young, like just to say Alex, say he's going to go into real estate. He might think, because he's, we're competitors. I'm going to be the only guy that makes a big deal, and I never have to go back to work again. As a realtor, that never happens. They're all still at work. You know what I mean? Let's be real. I'm a real person. Now, I will say this much. Now, I already telling you that everyone is, if you've ever heard of franchising, by the way, just real quick, as many people that might poo-poo the idea, could be your uncle, whatever, could be a friend, could your parent, is they used to poo-poo franchises. So, Chick-fil-A would never be where it's at if he would have listened to what people were saying. Same thing with Ray Kroc. He's the first one that started franchising. So you don't know that because you're young. But they thought it was illegal, wouldn't work. They say the same thing about this. But everyone's in their own business. It's been around for a long time, but nobody knows about it. And it's all about freedom. I mean, this is my 4th time to Bora Bora. I would love to be partnered with you guys. I will help you. We'll make it happen. Now, it's kind of like Gina being a flight attendant. Like 200 people went into her class and only like 75 came out as a flight attendant. So maybe not all of you, but whoever sees it, I will help you. And so will Beau, so will Renita, so will her husband, Scott. He's a financial planner. He said he's never seen this kind of money ever, all the people he financial plans. So I hope I'm sitting you in the edge of your seat. The last thing I'm going to say is the reason why it works so good is because David Schmidt, this is his life calling. When someone's life calling is this product, that's a different kind of product. Because guys, normally in this industry, somebody finds out there's a lot of money in it, and they grab onto like someone like Renita and Scott or me and Gina, my wife, and they say, hey, let's start a networking company, or I'm going to start it. You want to be with me? And they go to a supplement company and they brand their own co-brand of a product. They find a doctor, hire him. It's kind of smoke and mirrors. Doesn't really work. This product works. This guy, David Schmidt, he's got 130 patents. He lost track of how many patents at 130, so he might have 160. But this is his life calling, and that's what, can you imagine? The light from your body mirrors off the patch, elevates your copper peptide, reactivates your own stem cells. None of your relatives would ever come up with this, believe me. It's that powerful. That's why it works. So, and the reason why, it's got to work, but then if you put it in this platform where everyone's in their own business, you cannot stop them if you tried. So we pray that you guys see what we're talking about. We're great folks. We want you all to win. I came on here because I wanted to talk to you. I told Beau, hey, I'm in Bora Bora. I'm going to come off the beach, talk to your friends, and just tell them that, hey, I started in my late 20s. I have to admit, it took me 3 years to figure this one little insight out. I'll give it to you right now. 3 years to get free, but it took me 3 years longer than it should, but I'm going to give you a 3-year head start. When I first started, I only talked to my friends and my wife's friends. She was a flight attendant. I talked to broke thinking flight attendants and broke thinking skiers. I had my own company, my own line of ski equipment, and my training center. It was about a $500,000 a year company that I had my own. Okay. And Gina was a flight attendant, helped me, and I took responsibility of my family, and I was more mature than my age. That's how you are. So what I'm trying to get at, it wasn't until she said, why don't you talk to the dental assistant I used to work for? Because she was a dental assistant, a very hard worker. You guys are probably just like that. Those are the ones that come on here. So I called him up, and he signed right up, led me to another dentist, another doctor, another attorney, another county commissioner, a judge. All these older people were following me far faster and serious than my broke friends. So you don't really care who's getting in the business. You use my credibility. I'm 60, going to be 61 in a couple days here. Longest day of the year, June 21st, first day of summer in Bora Bora. I think I've spent about 4 of my birthdays here in Bora Bora. They always pick June. Okay. I don't know how many times you've been to Bora Bora, but I've been here 4 times. So that tells you, hey, ask your friends. And like, if you're going to go in to be like a realtor, ask your realtor friends, how many times, the mentors, or the professor, how many times you've been to Bora Bora? Listen to a guy that's free. I'm challenging you, and you're going to have a blast with us. So Alex, Grayson, Josh, Andre, Karsten, Jordan, Matt, you guys come on, Beau. You got a ton of friends on here. Karsten, Jack, take it serious. The product does work for the athletes. It's wild what it does. And it even works for younger kids like my grandkids. So don't take the product lightly, but do not cheapen what you got your hands on. This is like an opportunity of a lifetime. You're going to hear LifeWave and X39 your whole life if you don't get in now. So get in now, and if you're already in, take it serious. Let's make it happen. Last thing I want to say is we're having a convention in Orlando. Take the challenge I'm giving you and come to Orlando. It's called Believe. We're the #1. Okay, LifeWave, no one even knew about. There's regulators or companies that find out who's the #1 companies. The website is called businessforhome.org. Go on there and hit momentum. What momentum means, momentum ranks is the #1 fastest growing companies in the entire industry. No one knew who LifeWave was. Now we're the #1 company in the entire industry. They just awarded Renita, Scott, Beau, and myself as the fastest growing team in LifeWave. That means we're the fastest growing team in the entire industry if we're the #1 fastest growing company. So we're going to be training everyone how to win and succeed in Orlando. Nobody really wins fast unless they come to the training. Give you an example. I had a training center for years, taught people how to be world champions. You learn more in 5 days than you learned in 5 years on your own. So that's what's going to happen exactly at the Believe convention. Beau is going to be there, Renita, Scott, myself, my wife, Gina, and 1,000+ people. So plan on being there. Get a ticket. It's cheap, a lot cheaper than going to college. I never went to college, so I don't know. But it's like very cheap. Beau, he'll get you up to speed, and he can help you put 4 guys in a room, whatever, and get yourself as cheap as possible there in Orlando. Come on, you're going to have a blast, and you're going to learn. The owner's going to be there, so he's on to something. I think I'm going to come to the #1 team. The president's going to be there. More surprise speakers and all the people that are winning. So sorry I took so long, but I got a passion to help you guys win and succeed.
Awesome.
And I'm going to let Beau and Renita take it away. Love you guys.
Thanks, Steve. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
We love
much, Steve.
Soon as you're done, Beau, we'll see you back on the beach.
We'll be right there.
See you back there.
I hope you guys got that. I said, I really want you to win. I want to help you all succeed.
Yeah. You know who you want to follow in life? World champions. That's who you want to follow. That's what I decided a long time ago. You don't want to follow, like I always say, Steve is exactly right. When Steve said, look at somebody that's a higher up in your industry. Look at a real estate person that's been there a while. Look at somebody that's a high up there at Costco, Grayson, Cutco. I see Cutco as Costco sometimes, by the way, but Cutco. Let's say you look at the higher ups, whatever industry you're in. Alex, I don't know what you do for a living, but let's say I know Carson's on here, and hey, you're manager of your. He
does LifeWave. He does LifeWave for a living. Come on.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, but I learned this a long time ago. Look at the person that you think that you want to be like, your mentor. Look at their life and ask yourself, do I want my life to be like theirs? Do they have a fantastic relationship with their spouse? Do they love their wife? You should say, Steve, He can't get enough of Gina. These two are like newlyweds, and they're both like in their 60s. They're so fun to watch. So they love each other. They love the Lord Jesus. He didn't even get into that. The next thing they love is they love financial freedom. They've got kids. They've got grandkids. They're traveling the world. They're having a blast. They're creating memories together. They're changing lives globally. And when I look at their Facebook page, I think, I want to be like them. I don't want to be like some guy that is still sitting in a cubicle wishing he could go to Bora Bora. I'm in Bora Bora, right? And so the bottom line is the sky is the limit. Look in your life, the people, the mentors that you want your life to look like, and then consult with them. Say, what is it that you're doing? Find out more. You know, I said this to Beau about college. He had some college professor that told him that he couldn't use LifeWave as his last project. You know, and she was this gal and she was transgender, which I think means confusion. So she was confused. And I said, Beau, don't worry, God will fight your battles. She came back out. She quit a week later, but she told Beau he couldn't use LifeWave. I said, it's a $430 million company. Your back office has 80 countries that they're shipping to. What do you mean you can't use LifeWave? What does she want you to do? Open a bricks and mortar gym where you don't have any money and
Yes,
you're
you want me to sell the patches out of a gym.
Yeah, she said to him, Beau, are you just going to open a gym to sell the patches out of a gym? Why? So you can go under like every other freaking fitness facility during the pandemic, right? And so Beau was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not opening a bricks and mortar. Why would I do that? I don't want to be caught at a job. And anyway, long story short, that transgender quit. Praise the Lord Jesus. And another gal came in, another instructor, and came in and said, you know what? This is the best idea I've heard. She gave him an A+ in the class and offered him $15,000 to stay at NDSU. I said, get the hell out. You're done with college. You'll make more money outside of college. I told Beau, didn't I, Beau? I said, don't stay there. My point is, look at that. Two people, same opportunity, different perspective, right? One's like, you can't use it. It's not legitimate. Beau's like, it's been around 20 years. It's got 90 clinical studies. It's got 130 patents. What do you mean it's not legitimate? The next gal comes in and says, A+ plus a scholarship, right? Because she's so intrigued by it. That's the power. So you have to understand, people experience life from their own perspective, right? And so if your perspective is, I don't know if it's going to work. I had an uncle that tried it. It didn't. You need to talk to people like Steve Merritt. You need to talk to people like Renita Brandon and Beau Brandon, because we know it works. We're living the dream over here. So Beau, anything else you want to say to tail end of Steve and I mean, a little bit more into the health?
I appreciate Steve hopping on that call, and I have so much respect for him just because the guy's making $85K a week. Like, he wouldn't have to hop on a call, you know. They're like currently working on, I was talking to him last night, they're currently working on adding Spanish translation to This Is It team. This is info. So that's going to be huge for the business. But he's saying we're not going to be profiting anything from the convention, you know. All like paying everybody that's going in, like the digital marketers, the cameras, everything that's going into that convention and building out the website, like they're basically breaking even with that. But the fact that he's works day in and day out with these meetings and is just bringing on tons of people every week, like that's where the real money's at, you know.
Yeah, so he says, I want people to be healthy. He says, I want people to be financially free, right? That's Steve Merritt, right? Like, that's who he is. And so hopefully you guys can see my screen there. Beau, can you see that okay? Because my computer always has a slight delay sometimes. Hopefully you can see it. Are you able to? So, have you been patched yet? Yeah, so talk to who invited you on here. Get started with the patch. I should tell you, all LifeWave products are free from drugs, chemicals, and stimulants. We're not sitting on here telling you we're going to treat, cure, prevent any disease. Unfortunately, only the pharmaceutical industry can still claim that. The truth is, God designed our bodies to heal. We are healing machines designed by our Father in heaven. And when you start using phototherapy, which is light therapy, which is exactly what this patch is, it's going to change the course of your life and your health. All right. I show this picture because this is where I started. Can you see my dad's legs? Can you see that, Beau?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, that's Beau's grandpa. And so my dad, Rick, a Marine, Semper Fi, and he was a total hard worker, just a patriot, freedom lover. Anyway, my dad had these goozing legs right there. You can see on the left. And my dad was the first one patch miracle. We put one patch on my father. The legs on the right were 24 hours later. And that's actually what launched our business. You know, the first time I saw that, I was like, how in the world did that patch just do that? We had been doctoring for 6 months with those darn legs to no avail. And we put a patch on him, and 24 hours later, all the oozing and goozing and swelling is gone. So we really started with with that, that's the reason we started, is I saw a miracle with my aging parents, but we learned very quickly, this is not just for old people. Now, should you talk to old people? Yes, you should be running to your parents and your grandparents. You should be sprinting at a dead sprint with them with the patches. They need this. I mean, I'm a freaking fight machine over here. I feel good. I'm lifting weights. I'm squatting. I'm running up hills. Most people are not like that when they're close to 50. They got aches. They got pains. They can't walk. They got, Hashimoto's. They're gaining weight. So you need to run after your parents and your grandparents. That'd be the first people I'd put on this patch. And listen, if they don't want to listen to you because you were the snot-nosed kid, you were the kid that didn't make curfew and that you got in trouble, then you need to point to the tools like Steve said. This is it info. This is it info. Those two tools will change your life and change your business. But we get to see a lot of miracles. This is somebody who cut their hand. This is 24 hours later. The patches are amazing. We've been wearing them every day down here in Bora Bora. We're literally laying in the sun 6 hours a day. No one's got a sunburn down here. No one. Like, the patches actually protect your skin from the UV. Like, we'll just get browner and browner and browner the longer we're here. It's awesome. But miracle inbox, we've got a miracle inbox. And so I've got a lot of people that have skin conditions. Steve mentioned his grandchildren. He had a 4-year-old granddaughter that had severe eczema for years. They couldn't do anything with it. They tried everything. And they put a patch on her. Within a couple days, the little girl is going to preschool. She's 4, telling everybody, look at my hands. The eczema's gone, right? And so this is the power of the patch, you guys. And this is my friend Penny. This is not Steve's granddaughter. This is my friend Penny from Bismarck. And she had chemotherapy about almost 7 years ago. And the chemotherapy just destroyed her immune system, of course. And so her hands had chronic eczema. And the hand on the right is 5 days after she started patching. So that's again 5 days later after. Her name is Penny. After Penny started patching, that is her hand 5 days later. She said, this thing has changed my life. And of course, we're not just for, old, sick people. Like, we're for young athletes. And we got more and more athletes coming on board. I mean, like Beau said, people are sick of using ibuprofen. We talked to this collegiate family at Laguna Beach yesterday that are getting in our business. They're getting in Beau's business. And the one daughter, she trains out at Ducks. What is it? University of Oregon, right, Beau? She's a Duck.
Yeah, she's playing for the Oregon Ducks soccer team.
Oregon Ducks soccer team. And she said, do you know that I'm on low dose ibuprofen, 400 milligrams a day for months? I said, you are totally tearing apart your stomach lining. Like, you're going to have leaky gut, which leads to a lot of autoimmune disorders. She goes, that's NCAA, what they told me. And I said, they were so excited. Weren't they both? These kids, they were all 4 of them were athletes. They were all so excited to use the patches. Share that story. Because the athletes are like, they're hungry. They want something that's going to help them recover faster, run faster, jump higher, kick harder, right? And not have to use the drugs. They're looking for something, and we've got it. We've got it. You want to mention anything about that family? Because I thought they were all tremendous athletes.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that has a passion, daily lifestyle, first just like fitness, or you're all in with athletics, I would say this is definitely a better route than deteriorating your organs and everything with ibuprofen and acetaminophen.
Yeah, definitely. So he talked a little bit about David Schmidt. We love David. We love that he's a Christian. I don't know your value or belief system, but we do love that he loves the Lord Jesus. He's got over 130 patents plus. The guy is just he's a humble genius. It's even hard to, those two words are like oxymorons, right? He's a humble genius. That's who David Schmidt is. He loves people, he loves the Lord, and he wants everybody to regenerate and heal their bodies. He chose network marketing because when he went and met with the CEO and the execs of GNC to sell the patches at GNC 20 years ago, by the way, this is 20 years ago, David Schmidt walked into GNC to meet with the corporate team to sell the patches at GNC. And he realized during the meeting, this is not how this patch is supposed to be distributed. Because he thought they're going to be walking by on a shelf at GNC and who knows what's in this patch. He realized in the business meeting that it's going to have to be distributed through word of mouth advertising, because the power of the patch is so tremendous and what it does is so powerful. So David Schmidt, 20 years, he started with the energy enhancer. It was used by the Navy SEALs. If you guys know about the Navy SEALs, they like train during Hell Week and it's really wicked. And he created the very first phototherapy patch called Energy Enhancer. It's still in our back office, by the way. We've been wearing it the whole time we've been down here. Beau's been wearing it. I've been wearing it. Balances your energy and it helps to burn body fat. But anyway, he created that for the Navy SEALs, and then it was used by the United States female Olympic swim team. And it's just awesome, just an awesome patch. But that was 20 years ago. In 2008, David said the company was doing about 30 million a year. And David said, let's focus our attention on stem cell research. And he literally said, let's figure out a way to activate our own stem cells in our body, not with a needle, not with a $10,000 injection, but with light. And he created the X39 patch. You guys, it took him 10 years and $4.5 million to bring it to market. Steve mentioned this a little bit. Beau, you want to cover what stem cells do a little bit, just in 30 seconds?
Yeah, for sure. So the New England Journal of Medicine states that the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the body. So I'm 24, but by the age of 30, I'll have that 60% reduction in my stem cells. By the age of 50, the number has dropped to 75% reduction, 60, 90%. So as you age, you have more joint pain, arthritis. It's just muscle
You don't heal
recovery
as
is
fast.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't heal as fast. Stem cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed. Okay, kind of skipped over that. But anyways, how the patch works is it activates a GHKCU copper peptide in our bodies with this nano crystal mixture. Our patch contains water, sugar, salt, amino acids, oxygen, and it's formed in a lattice crystal. So as our bodies are 98% or 98 degrees Fahrenheit, and as the heat from our bodies is emitted off our skin, it's reflected off this lattice of crystals in the patch in different wavelengths back into our skin, and that activates the peptide, which in turn has clinically been proven to regenerate our stem cells, all the dormant ones, which is pretty cool to me. It's very futuristic, honestly. So
You
the
wear the
patch you
patch
can wear
12 hours on, 12 hours off.
12 hours on, 12 hours off. You wear it on the back of your neck or below your belly button. Those are like two main spots we recommend. And then this is one of our, I don't know, Lauren Picard. She's like famous for peptides and skin and hair. And so we recommend you reading that book to learn a little bit more about the peptide.
Yeah, there's a patent. David got the patent on July 21st,
Oh, yeah, so
2020. Yep. So a patent lasts 20 years. So we wrote we got about three and a half years in here, guys. So we got a whole lot of time to activate a whole lot of people's dormant stem cells and make a whole lot of money. There's 90 clinical studies. So if you're interested in that aspect, like if you talk to a nurse, a chiropractor, a massage therapist, anybody who wants to see science, we've got over 90 clinical studies in the back office. We could talk all day about the benefits of it, you guys, but lots of increased strength, mental clarity, improvement in sleep, stamina. I mean, a lot of things. And so the body is literally a healing machine when you give it the right light. And so this is at info.com. If you haven't been on over there, go there, watch 1, 2, or 3 videos, listen to the testimonies. They'll blow your mind. Like Steve said, like, I mean, literally you'll cry watching these people because their bodies are transformed and healed. And so that's this is at info.com. So we teach a duplicatable system for the money. If people don't trust you because you're young, maybe you don't have a degree in health, what you teach them is you teach them tools and testimonies. And the tool that you use is This Is It Info. And on This Is It Info, when you click on testimonies, you will see hundreds of testimonies from heart conditions to bone density, to athletes, to children, to migraines, and everything in between. Okay, guys? So this is at info.com. Jot that down. Check that out later. There's other patches. We really lead with X39 because that is the mother load patch. That is the patch that is going to create the biggest result in your body because it's resetting up to 4,000 genes. Beau, I know, loves X49 as well because it's an athlete patch because it helps with muscle recovery and blood flow. I will tell you this. I'm down here in Bora Bora. They've got this huge incline up to the volcano. There's a section of about 60 meters, 50 to 60 meters. Yesterday morning, I thought, you know what? I'm going to sprint that about 10 times. Top to bottom to top 10 times. I used to not be able to run up a hill or on a treadmill past 12 miles an hour because I couldn't walk for 3 days because of an old hamstring injury. I woke up this morning after sprinting that bugger 10 times yesterday. I said to Scott, nothing is sore. My whole body, nothing is sore. Head to toe, I got no soreness. I'm almost 50. I'm like, that's crazy that I have no soreness after sprinting that big, steep hill in the humidity 10 times, but I had an X49 patch on and I've been wearing it ever since. So I love X49 for blood flow. It also increases your bone density, muscle recovery. Anything else with that, Beau?
Yeah, I love the X49 patch. Love the energy enhancer. I wear that whenever I'm working out. It helps use your body fat oxidation, so you burn 30% more body fat while you're active. So I like that a lot.
And then the Eon patch is really great to bring your body out of the fight or flight state back to the rest and repair, or they call it parasympathetic. So it's incredible for somebody who's had chronic pain. So if you know of an aunt, an uncle, a mom, or dad that has, let's say, an autoimmune disease, RA, MS, I mean, any kind of disease names, just chronic inflammation, the combination of X39 and Eon will be miraculous for that person. Share those two patches and it will change their life. So Eon's a great one. LifeWave is what Beau and many, many athletes use for the chronic, or the, I should say, acute inflammation to get rid of that chronic pain. So if you have something where you're like, oh, my back hurts, my shoulder, I can't get back to the gym, you put the LifeWave on. It's like a magic trick almost, you guys. Within 15 seconds, your pain goes literally from a 10 to a 2. So yesterday, that family, he's an endodontist, by the way. She's from South Africa. 4 athletic kids. 1 goes to the Ducks. 3 of them go to other universities. And they were so excited about the LifeWave. I gave them a stack of LifeWave patches because 2 of the female young girls have chronic pain. So they were so fired up about LifeWave. I'm like, well, you need X39 to actually heal your body, but the LifeWave will get you out of pain right now. They're like, can we have some? I'm like, you bet. So people
Hey,
are
Renita,
excited.
Renita,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question? Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off. For the LifeWave and the energy enhancer, do you have to wear 2? The tan and
should.
white at the same time?
Yeah, you really should wear
Okay.
them both at the same time because it's working on a positive and negative charge on the body, Grayson.
Okay.
So with the LifeWave, like the white is on the right side of the body. That's your white on your right side of the body is your positive side, and your left side of your body and the tan patch is the negative side.
Okay.
So it really works on that kind of positive, negative flow of the body. So it's better to wear them together. Although I've had some people say, gosh, as soon as I put that brown patch on, my point of pain, my pain was gone. And I said, that's wonderful, right? So sometimes as soon as they put the brown on the point of pain, it's almost like it's pulling. I think of the brown patch like this, Grayson, it's pulling that extra energy. When you have pain in an area, let's say you bumped your knee or you tore something and the blood goes there to repair. Well, that's good. But if it stays there 3 months later, you still got a knee like a watermelon, you got to get some of that energy out of that knee, right? So as soon as you put that brown patch on the point of pain, it like pulls all that excess caught energy out. Think about it like that. So it restores, so the body's like, oh, I don't need all this extra energy there anymore, right? So it's best to use the brown and the white together with the clock method, or you can always go white on the right foot, tan on the left foot, white on the right. Like a lot of times I wear them on my traps up here, white on the right, tan on the left. That's the same thing for energy enhancer, but totally up to you. Yeah.
And then you
but
can
I would
stack them. So that's kind of what you're
stack the
saying.
patches. Yeah, people are stacking the patches, which is kind of wild. Yeah, when you first see that, you're like, what are they doing? Yeah. So LifeWave is, I mean, it's just a great thing to have in your back pocket. I carry it with me in my purse. Like everywhere I go, I'm like literally patching people with LifeWave. It's wild. So you guys should have that on hand. If someone does not believe what you're telling them, ask them where the biggest pain is on their body and put LifeWave on. In 10 seconds, they will be a believer. They will sign up for whatever you're selling because you have taken their bodies out of pain. And it's like the most miraculous. I had a medical doctor on my team. I've got about 400 medical professionals. I had a medical doctor on my team go to a Christmas party with X39 and LifeWave because it got him out of pain. And he patched all of his buddies at the Christmas party, his MD friends. 7 medical doctors at the Christmas party signed up with him because he got him out of pain at the Christmas party. So it's like a party favorite. Take it along to the parties, guys. Glutathione is great for detoxification. We don't need to go into each one of these right now. They're all fantastic. They all have a purpose. Carnosine is another really, really fantastic one for athletes. It actually increases your strength like almost 130% greater strength when you have the carnosine patch on. That's clinically proven. You turn into freaking Hercules at the gym. I'm just going to say it. I love to wear my patch right at the base of my sternum. It's called your xiphoid process, like right at the bottom of the sternum there. Put your patch there. You literally feel stronger, better, faster than ever. It's awesome. It'll be a noticeable difference when you put carnosine on. Alavita helps to with skin, but it also helps to decalcify the pineal gland, if you guys are familiar with that at all. But it really helps to get you into deep stages of sleep where your body can actually heal. And all of our patches I just showed you are amazing for animals. So we could show you hundreds of videos of dogs, cats, and horses.
I would say for these young guys on this call, I'm trying to like streamline their business as efficient as possible. So when you're signing somebody up, I would solely focus on X39 is what I would do.
No LifeWave, huh?
I mean, I would say like if they have certain issues, then you could kind of go from there. But like when you're pitching the business opportunity, you want to keep it as simple as possible. So I would focus on the X39.
That's true. It's true. But they say I've got chronic pain, then for me, I just kind of like to get people out of pain because I'm pretty authentic
Yeah,
that way.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there are the different patches here, you guys. This is a different patch, basically kits that you can buy. This is like your business pack. Like think of it as launching your franchise, like Steve talked about. Beau, do you want to talk about the different patches and the packages?
Yeah, so it kind of just depends on whether or not you want to pursue it from a business standpoint or if you're just purchasing the product to use for yourself and then decide later on that maybe, hey, I want to share with a few friends or family. But we recommend silver is the initial kit. Just a lot of husbands and wives do this starting out just to see how that they can benefit health wise from the products. Silver kit is $300. The gold kit is the one I started with 2 years ago now. With my budget, I think I had less than $1,000 in my checking account. So when I started, I was like, gold is most financially sound for me. And then I upgraded to diamond later on. I paid the $1,100 difference. And a lot of people that are really serious about the financial opportunity, the best kit to get started with is diamond, just because you have the most profit maximizing margins, like the cost of the product itself and then cost and then the money that you can make from getting started with diamond is the most financially sound, I think so.
Yeah, and you can also upgrade at any point though. So you can start at
Get upgrade
silver.
anytime.
Yeah, and when you have the finances available, upgrade to gold, go gold. And at gold, you can say, you know what, I need more patches. Then you can upgrade to diamond. I mean, everything is at your convenience financially. We want to stretch you, but we want you to make good financial decisions, right? Because this whole thing is about financial literacy as well. So we share because we care. What happens as soon as you enroll with one of the packages? So Talk to who invited you on here today, and they're going to be your sponsor. As your sponsor, they're going to lead you, guide you, direct you, try to help you. Just know that Beau is also a part of your team. I'm part of your team. My husband Scott's part of your team, and Steve Merritt's part of your team. So we literally are all here to help you win, which is really, really fantastic. You're in business by yourself. I should say for yourself, but not by yourself, because you have a team of people trying to help you. So bronze is so once you sign up, you automatically will get a free website and a free app immediately. So if you say, okay, I'm going to get going with the gold pack tonight, like Beau did, it's $4.99.95. You pick which sleeves you want. You can pick and choose which ones you want. It's totally up to you. They give you a free additional sleeve of patches at gold, by the way. So that's a good deal to get some free patches too. And then what happens is your website and your app are launched immediately. And so you could go and tell your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your next door neighbor, your chiropractor, whatever, tomorrow, tonight even. And you could tell them about the product. And if they go to your website, because it's active immediately, you can benefit. So when they go to your website and order the bronze pack, you're going to get $15. Silver is $50. Gold is $100. Platinum is $150, and diamond is $200. That's just a little front end money. That's not big money. That's not getting you financially free at all, but it's helping you to recoup your initial cost of your package. Okay, guys. So that's a great way to kind of recoup the initial investment. My South African team, there are a lot of young people, it's professional tennis players over there, and they actually introduce people very, very easily to get started with silver over there. And they have them go out and sponsor us 4 silvers week 1. That's their goal. 4 people at $2.99 pack. 4 people who are getting 3 sleeves of patches, maybe couples, their mom and dad, their aunt and uncle, their next door neighbor, their coach, whatever. They're just getting people started. And when they do that, they start at silver and sponsor 4 silvers. Immediately, once they sponsor their 4 silvers, they upgrade to the gold package. And as soon as they upgrade to gold, they automatically become a LifeWave manager, which is the first rank. So they're kind of milking the system over there, making money, recouping their investment very quickly. Their goal, everybody in South Africa, and they're all in their 20s, is their first week of going manager. They're not monkeying around. By the way, let's give it up for Grayson Hammond. He went manager. I saw Beau posted that today. Congrats, Grayson. You're doing a great job. So the sky is the limit. That's the first step to building the business, is going manager. So here's the different ranks, guys. If you're interested in the business model, manager is the first rank. And by the way, you're not getting taught this. Beau wasn't getting taught this in NDSU. They do teach it at Harvard and Yale. They do teach network marketing at Harvard and Yale. Isn't that funny? But at some of these other universities, you don't even know the business model. You're like, I've never been taught this. I've never seen this, right? But at manager, you can earn up to $1,500 a week. directors up to 2,500, senior directors up to 3,500, executives up to 7,500, presidentials up to 12,500 a week, and senior presidential directors up to 25,000 a week. And so, Beau, do you want to talk a little bit about the binary commissions?
Yeah, so since we're based in 80 countries, there's point volume attached to every sleeve of patches. So anytime somebody within the network, in your network orders, point volume is accumulated. And for every 660 business volume points on your right leg and 330 point volume on your left leg, it's added, accumulated, and subtracted from your total. And that's a $50 cycle. So you can cycle as many times per week as you want.
Yeah, it's amazing, you guys. So the goal is to start sponsoring people with packages and teach those people to do the same if they want to. Not everybody wants to. Some people just want to be consumers and use the product and activate their stem cells and feel better, right? But it's funny because sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to share with anybody. And they start feeling better and they just start talking to people naturally. And then pretty soon you got your aunt saying, oh, I've got 2 friends at work that want the patches, right? And so it's a very natural, organic business, which I love. And again, amazing income. So this is more like if you're saying, I want to be a team leader and build a team. So Beau is a team leader. I'm a team leader. It's kind of like Steve calls it a franchise. We're building a franchise. So I have people on our team that are building franchises essentially. And so it's totally up to you how many you want to sponsor. But when you do start sponsoring people, your first level leadership.
I just want to add one thing.
Sure.
I want to say one thing real quick. I just try to fire up this team on the call here just because this conference is 1 month out from today. And I truly believe that Alex, Gabe, Carson, all these guys that are on the call have the potential to pass manager and go director by 1 month from now. I truly believe that you guys can do that.
100%.
And it's going to take, obviously it's going to take work and you're going to have to reach out to a lot of people to do it. But I do believe that you're going to go director. And I feel that I'm going to be paying for your guys' trips, your flights, your hotels, the tickets at the conference, which is going to help you guys boost it's going to empower you obviously to, create that foundation for your business. But I would say from here till July 19th I would go all in with this. I would reach out to as many people as you can, and start getting these cycles going, because
Yeah, it's a huge
it's
deal.
amazing. Yeah,
It's amazing.
how
Yeah, and Beau, thanks for your leadership and your generosity with doing that. I think that, what happens is teamwork makes the dream work. And sometimes, they sit here and they listen to Renita and they listen to Beau. But when you get there and you see it, you see the people making the money, you see the lives being changed, you hear the stories of what the patch has done, there's no denying it. Like, you're not going to be like, yeah, I don't think this thing works. When you listen to 1,000 people that you're taking a pee next to in the bathroom telling you how the patch changed your life, trust me, your belief goes through the roof. David Schmidt's going to be there, the founder. You're going to see all the people making money, and they're not all old people. Like, they're people in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s. And so this business is really for anybody who, like Steve says, wants to work for themselves, wants that freedom. So if that's you, this is a huge business model. I don't say quit your job right away. Now, once this income surpasses your job, then you've got options, right? We never quit our day job, Scott and I, until we were set financially, right? You want to make good financial decisions. Multiple streams of income is always a great thing. And so for us, but once it's surpassed, there's no way I could open a gym. And I'm a crazy gym rat. There's no way that I could open a gym and make the kind of money I'm making owning a gym that I do with this business. And I don't have to be at the gym. Like, we're doing a Zoom meeting from Bora
or even
Bora
how
right
Steve
now.
was talking about being a chiropractor, like not even the amount of people that you have to adjust on a weekly basis. Like, it's going to take you owning multiple chiropractic facilities even to even get close to that type of residual income. Like you have to own the storefronts to be able to do that.
And even
That takes a lot of capital. That takes a lot of work and a lot of capital.
Well, the endodontist we talked to with the family that you're sponsoring, Beau, that guy's an endodontist in Beverly Hills. Do you think he makes some money?
Yeah.
An endodontist, he does root canals in Beverly Hills. How much money do you think he makes?
Yeah.
A lot. And he even said, I'm sick of going to work. I wanna sell my practice. I want to get out. I've had so much spit on me over the years. Like, he's tired of it, right? And so, here's an endodontist who makes a ton of money, a ton of cash. His family's got a great lifestyle, but he's sick of it. He's sick of being an endodontist, right? He's like, I want something else for my family. So you guys, you never know who's looking. talk about the patch because the technology is so incredibly cool. It's cutting edge. It will change people's health. But if they look at the business side of it and they have any type of brain that says, I like multiple streams of income, they will love this business model. Like, it's a no-brainer. I mean, if you got people like my mom, she's 78 and my mom makes $500 a week. She's 78, right? She's got Parkinson's, right? It's like, okay, my mom can do this. I'm pretty sure everybody can do this. You might have to give it a little effort, right? So anyway, the bottom line is there's all these ways of making money. People can go to your website. They can just order even at retail and you're making money. But if they go to your website, you're getting a kickback every time they order. And it's not like an affiliate link. Beau was part of affiliates making jack nothing, right? He had, because he's got like this, you know, he's a looker, right? Like on social media and TikTok. And he was promoting these products and making peanuts. And all of a sudden he steps into LifeWave and he's making $20,000 a week. You know, so it's not like it's a affiliate marketing program. You're building teams of people who want to win. You're helping people launch their franchises. You're helping people win with their health. And so it's a fun business model. The next trip is to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. That's coming up. It's a free trip that all of you can win. Like I said, we've already had 20 people on our team that won it. The goal is 200. My goal is 200 people on that free trip. And you have 11 more weeks to win it, but you got to get busy. You got to dig your heels in and you got to go right now. If you're somewhat competitive, I would encourage you to be competitive and win a free trip to Dominican Republic because it's not hard to do. It's easy to do. The question is, are you going to do the work? You know, are you going to do what it takes to get you out of the mundane of what you've been doing and try something different to change your financial future? So anything else you want to talk about, Beau?
Wait, when is the actual date of that?
November 6th through the 11th.
In November 6th to 11th. So
Yep.
Josh is getting married in August, so that could be
That's a good
type
thing. Honeymoon.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's better than a honeymoon? Pre-honeymoon, Josh. Woo! You know what's better than Bora Bora? Pre-Bora Bora.
Yeah, that's very true.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Show me the money. All right. Any other questions, you guys? Yeah, Grayson, we want you to be there too. I think it would be, you know, even in your other business, you'd come back and you'd have growth. Like Scott always says, when we go to an event like that, you don't come back and it's not only your network marketing business that grows. It's not only LifeWave. Your life gets better. You come back, you're better in your relationships. You're better in your other jobs or businesses that you currently have. So I say go for your personal development. This is the business that pays you money to get better as a human being. Are you kidding me? I'm in, right? So it's a personal development business. It's so much fun. So anything else, Beau, that you want to add on the tail end here and we'll let him go? Grayson, anything you want to add?
I would just say reach out to Grayson or me if you guys are serious about, you know, taking your business to the next level, and we'll get you guys tickets booked for the conference and everything. So just reach out to us.
That's a generous
But yeah,
offer.
thanks for hopping on the call. Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. All right. May the Lord bless you, keep you and shine his face upon you, and be gracious to you.
Yeah, thank you
Make a
guys.
difference.
That was awesome. Thank you guys for your
Awesome.
Thanks,
time.
Grayson.
Hey, we'll send you the recording, Grayson, in case you want to get it over to anybody, okay?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hey, thanks for
Josh, who
hopping on.
invited you on
too,
here.
Josh.
Get going.
Talk to you guys
God
later.
bless. Bye.
Have a fun trip to Oregon.
Thanks, man. Have fun in Bora Bora.